Hi, welcome back to another episode of KevinYoder.tv. This is Kevin Yoder, and we have another exciting topic for you today. One that's a little bit challenging. I want to kind of work through that with you and just share with you what's going on in the market and how we can overcome this big challenge. And the challenge is how to avoid costly lender delays. Before I get into this topic, I wanted to remind you again of a couple links on the video blog. One is a free home search. If you're interested in looking at what's on the market today, which is not a lot, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but there's a free home search, which basically gives you access to all listings. MLS listings are all compiled into this one website. You can consider it your one-stop real estate search. The other one is a free market snapshot, which will give you an idea of what your home's value is in today's market. So both very, very valuable links. Do check those out. If you have any questions, of course, let us know. Okay, let's get into the topic today. Today's topic is how to avoid costly lender delays. I'll give you a scenario. We have a seller who, this just happened 2 weeks ago. We had sold their home in a matter of 5 days, and they're relocating to Ohio. And the buyer had all the credentials in place. Everything seemed to be solid. So my sellers forge ahead and put an offer on a home in Ohio. Now they're working on their loan down there. They're working towards a closing on that home. They're getting their moving truck set up. They're getting their appliances ready to be shipped into the new home. They're getting the utilities turned off here and turned on there. A lot of things in motion to make this move happen. And then we get about 5 days before the closing, and we get a call from the buyer's lender, the buyer of their home, saying that they're not able to close on time. The offer they had on the home down in Ohio, that put that transaction in jeopardy. So those people were in a bad situation there as well because they were buying another home, because there's a trickle effect, sometimes a domino effect, because there's more than one transaction combined. So it put a tremendous amount of strain on my clients. They had to maneuver things around. The moving truck that they had planned to come on a Friday, which was scheduled, couldn't come until the next Tuesday, so that all got derailed. So this is a big problem, and it's one that we see way too often. So as real estate agents, the most frustrating part is that our clients rely on us to guide them through this process, to help them get from A to Z, to have a successful sale. And I promise them that I'm going to take the stress out of this process, and I do everything in my power to do that. But when it comes to this challenge, this is the most frustrating one because we have no control over it. So what I wanted to do today is just lay that challenge out there, then discuss a couple of reasons why this happens, and then what we can do as agents to help our clients move through that and to the best of our ability. So there really are two different sources, and then within that there's three really top reasons why. So number one is a lender related. So these are lender related, things that the lender has control over, and perhaps they've dropped the ball in the process, and things that we need to keep our eyes on as agents to make sure our clients are navigating through to the closing more smoothly. Number one is they're not getting fully pre-approved buyers up front prior to submitting an offer. Now we receive a pre-approval letter. We have it in writing. It's very much from the lender, and there's no distinction between one pre-approval letter and the next. So it's difficult for us as agents to determine whether or not there's any underlying issues. Right? So we just continue with the process. I call every lender though, and I confirm that they are legitimate, and they may be very much upfront. But let's talk about the other reasons. The lender misses the debt obligations of the buyer or doesn't properly account for them, such as child support, alimony, student loans. Those are things that typically come up later on. If the buyer gives the lender certain information about their debts up front, and then they find out later on, oh, by the way, there are these additional debts, that impacts the debt to income ratio, and that could at the last minute throw things off. And the best thing a lender can do is find out upfront about those things and not later on. The third thing is the lender that doesn't operate with a sense of urgency to meet the contract date. And that's more of an issue now with the government regulations in effect, which has delayed the lending process entirely. So the lender's job is to act with urgency, look at the contract date, and adhere to it as much as possible. Now, buyer-related issues. Sometimes buyers provide the lender with information later than they should have. So they cause a delay. They don't get the paperwork to the lender in time. That's a big one. Number two is a borrower doesn't have a sense of urgency related to those documents. So the buyer assumes that they can hand those documents into the lender and they can close lickety-split. It doesn't work that way. There's a 6-week process typically in processing a loan. The third one is the buyer opens new debt. Oh, big no-no. Like, don't do that. If the buyer opens a new loan, buys a car, has a credit card opening, that impacts their debt to income ratio and can possibly throw that out of whack. So these are 6 reasons that this happens, that causes lender delays. The best thing we can do as agents is be mindful of them, educate our clients that these are things that could possibly go wrong, and that we are doing everything we can in our power to monitor these. And the best thing we can do is align ourselves with lenders and make sure that the offer that's coming in on the home is through a reputable lender who will adhere to these rules or avoid those costly mistakes, so that we're not encountering that. As much as we can diminish that particular stress, it's our job to do so as agents. I think the best thing we can do is refer our clients as much as possible to a great lender. I will drop a name and number here for my preferred lender who does an awesome job with all of the things that get the loan to close on time. His name is John Seville with Benchmark Mortgage. If you have a lending need, contact John at 581-0250, 616-581-0250. And I hope you found this video to be of value. And if you have any real estate needs at all we can help you with, please contact us at 942-2449 or online at yoderrealestate.com. Until next time, take care.